As defined in Lecture 1, a summary is a restatement of someone else's words in your own words. There are many different kinds of summaries, and they vary according to the degree to which you interpret or analyse the source. Some are pages long, while others are just 1 or 2 sentences. However, for all types of summary, the writer is responsible for generally stating in his or her own words the main information of another writer. We need to consider the purposes of a summary when writing one. Firstly, consider why your audience wants to read it. Why shouldn't the reader simply read the original text? Summaries benefit the reader because they offer a concise, general version of the original information. For a busy reader, summaries provide quick overviews of material. Summaries also show readers that you have understood the general point of a text, and in this way, teachers can test your knowledge. The process of summarizing someone else's material enables you to better understand that material. Finally, summaries allow you to introduce knowledge within a research context. You can summarize someone else's argument in order to analyze or critique it. The next question is what and when to summarize. Many beginner writers tend to quote when they should summarize material. Quote only when the author expresses a point in a particularly telling or interesting language. Otherwise, simply summarize. Use a summary to restate an entire argument. Use a summary to present information. A summary is more economical than quotation because a summary allows the writer more control over the argument. So next, how? How to summarize. As we have already mentioned in the first lecture, in order to summarize, you need to read the original text carefully and use a pencil to highlight the important informations or the main idea. If you're summarizing an entire essay, outline the writer's argument. Then tell your audience what the original source argued. There are several summary conventions that you should keep in mind. Summaries can range in length from 2 sentences to several pages. In any case, use complete sentences to describe an author's general points to your reader. Don't quote extensively. If you do quote, use quotation marks and document the quotation. If you fail to document the quotation, even one word that the author used, you are plagiarizing material. Plagiarism is when you present another person's information as if it were your own. Be careful, remember not to plagiarize. Use the author's last name as a tag to introduce the information. For example, Smith argues that population growth and environmental degradation are causally related. Or Brown notes that education in the US has undergone major revolutions in the past 20 years. By using the surname of the author, you are maintaining a formal academic voice. Also, use the present tense to summarize. For example, Green contends that the Republican and Democratic parties are funded by the same major corporations. Never put any of your own ideas, opinions, or interpretations into the summary. You have to be very careful with your word choice. Also, write using summarizing language. Remind your reader that this is a summary by using phrases such as the article claims or the author suggests. But keep in mind, knowing how to summarize something you have read, seen or heard is a valuable skill, one you have probably used in many writing assignments. It is important, though, to recognize when you must go beyond describing and offer a more complex analysis. In future lectures, you will learn how to write more analytically.